Welcome to Inside the Boardroom. My name is Amrit Gill, and today we're joined by Shawn Khunkhun, President, CEO, and Director of Dolly Varden Silver. Welcome to the show, Shawn.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, you just put out some fantastic high-grade results, but before we discuss your latest news, could you give our viewers a quick overview of Dolly Varden?
Sure. Dolly Varden Silver is a precious metals company focused in BC's Golden Triangle. We've put together a large high-grade resource. So in all categories, on a silver equivalent basis, we have 140 million ounces of silver. And our project is almost 400 grams per ton silver EQ. So it's a large precious metals asset, silver dominant asset in BC's Golden Triangle.
And walk us through the 2023 drill program and the highlights from the news today.
Sure. So we had what was one of the biggest drill programs the project has ever seen. And this project, production started here about 100 years ago. So it's a project that's been around. It was the richest silver mine in the British Empire, Canada's third largest silver mine. So there's a rich history. And the reason we had such a large program this year is we have consolidated multiple deposits into one company. So we have a total of 7 deposits. And our goal this year was to expand and extend and make new discoveries. So we ended up drilling 51,500 meters. And there was multiple areas on the project where we came out with some of the best drill results the project's ever seen. So I'll just cite you 2 news releases that we've had out recently. So in mid-January, we had over 90 meters of 357 grams of silver equivalent. So this is one of the best silver strikes the project's ever delivered. And then this morning, we put out the best gold drill intercept the project's ever seen. Our headline was 12.5 meters of almost 80 grams per ton gold.
And how does this step-out drilling at Homestake Ridge differ from the deposits encountered at Wolf and Torbrit? And how do these results advance your overall understanding of the project?
Today's results represent a brand new gold zone. So if you go to the Homestake Ridge part of the property, there's 2 dominant zones, Homestake Main and Homestake Silver. And there's about 350 meters that separates the 2 zones. And one is a silver zone with gold, and the other is a gold dominant deposit. These results are coming away from the silver and gold zone, Homestake Silver, and they're stepping out and they're heading north. And we've just tagged a very, very, very high grade gold area. And what's interesting is on section, this represents a 50-meter step out, and the closest data point that we have is actually 75 meters away. So it's a pretty significant step out. And as we look ahead at the next round of drilling, we're going to want to see how big this zone is. And what it looks like it's projecting to is it looks like it's moving towards and below what we know as the Homestake Main zone.
Well, on top of all of this news, what comes next for Dolly Varden?
So look, this is a company that was subject to a takeover in the past. And we do have a 15% shareholder in a big silver miner called Hecla Mining. And so, we've got different stakeholders and shareholders that we'll have to sit down with and look at these results and talk about our next steps and our plans. But ultimately, I want to get out on the project and start drilling again and continue to advance these exciting new discoveries. And it's really going to be about prioritizing and ranking our targets. One of the opportunities that this project gives us is there are multiple areas that are showing growth. So it's really going to be coming up with a surgical, deliberate plan on advancing multiple areas and just seeing how much silver and gold is here.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the community at CEO.CA?
I was just reading some news out of Mexico where, again, it's becoming more and more challenging to move projects forward. And I think it really highlights the value of Dolly Varden. Mexico is the world's #1 silver producer. But if the government is going to make it more and more challenging to advance projects, if If the market wants safe, high grade, large scale silver deposits, Dolly Varden represents that opportunity.
Thanks so much for your time today, Shawn.
Thank you.